Hey there, fellow Americans. Breaking news that you absolutely need to hear about today: the Senate has just approved a massive $2,400 raise for Social Security recipients across all 32 states. This is huge news for millions of Americans who rely on SSA, SSI, and SSDI benefits to make ends meet. But before I dive into all the details of this game-changing development, if you're concerned about your financial future and want to stay updated on all the latest Social Security news, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right now so you never miss out on crucial information that could impact your benefits. Now, let's talk about what this Senate approval really means for you and your loved ones. After months of intense debate and negotiation, lawmakers have finally reached a consensus on providing much-needed relief to Social Security beneficiaries who have been struggling with rising inflation and the increasing cost of living. This $2,400 annual raise translates to approximately $200 extra per month for eligible recipients, money that can make a significant difference in covering essential expenses like groceries, medications, and utilities. But are you aware of all the requirements to qualify for this increase? And do you know when these additional funds will start hitting your bank account? The truth is that many Americans have been facing unprecedented financial challenges in recent years, from skyrocketing healthcare costs to inflation affecting everything from food to housing. Those living on fixed incomes have been hit especially hard. Senior advocacy groups have been pushing for this kind of meaningful increase for years, arguing that the standard cost of living adjustments simply haven't kept pace with the real expenses that beneficiaries face. Have you found yourself having to make difficult choices between purchasing medications and paying your utility bills? You're not alone, and this new increase aims to alleviate some of that pressure. It's important to understand that this isn't just another routine cost of living adjustment, COLA. This is a separate, additional increase specifically designed to address the growing gap between benefit amounts and actual living expenses. The $2,400 figure wasn't arrived at randomly, it represents careful analysis of what economists determine is needed to help beneficiaries maintain their standard of living in today's economy. But how exactly did lawmakers justify this substantial increase? And what economic factors played a role in their decision-making process? The approval process wasn't without controversy. Some fiscal conservatives expressed concerns about the long-term sustainability of Social Security, arguing that increasing benefits now could accelerate the depletion of the trust funds. However, proponents of the raise successfully argued that supporting vulnerable Americans during challenging economic times should be a national priority. They also pointed to potential economic benefits, as recipients are likely to spend these additional funds immediately, stimulating local economies across the country. But what does this mean for the future of Social Security? And how might this decision impact younger generations who are paying into the system today? One of the most significant aspects of this development is that the increase applies across all 32 states that have residents receiving Social Security benefits. This universal approach ensures that no eligible beneficiaries are left behind, regardless of where they live. Whether you're in a high-cost urban area or a rural community, the additional $2,400 per year will provide welcome relief. However, it's worth noting that the actual impact of this raise may vary depending on your local cost of living. Have you considered how this extra $200 per month will specifically help your situation in your particular region? For SSI recipients, this raise is particularly significant. The Supplemental Security Income Program serves some of America's most vulnerable citizens, elderly individuals with limited income and resources, as well as people with disabilities. SSI benefits have historically been lower than regular Social Security payments, making this increase even more impactful for these recipients. Many SSI beneficiaries have been living below the poverty line despite receiving federal assistance, and this additional $2,400 per year could make a substantial difference in their quality of life. But do you know if there are any special conditions or restrictions that SSI recipients should be aware of regarding this increase? SSDI recipients also have cause for celebration. Social Security disability insurance provides benefits to workers who have contributed to the Social Security system but can no longer work due to a significant disability. These individuals often face additional expenses related to their conditions, from specialized medical equipment to ongoing treatments not fully covered by Medicare or other insurance. The Senate's approval of this $2,400 raise acknowledges these unique challenges and provides much-needed financial support. But how might this affect your eligibility for other assistance programs? And what steps should you take to ensure you receive the full amount you're entitled to? Implementation of this increase will begin in early 2025. with recipients seeing the changes reflected in their monthly payments. The Social Security Administration has announced that beneficiaries will not need to take any action to receive this additional amount. It will be automatically calculated and added to existing benefits. However, financial experts recommend reviewing your overall financial situation to understand how this increase might affect other benefits or tax obligations. Have you thought about consulting with a financial advisor who specializes in retirement planning to maximize the impact of this raise? The timing of this Senate approval is particularly noteworthy, coming at a moment when many Americans are feeling the squeeze of economic uncertainty. While some economic indicators have shown improvement, many households, especially those on fixed incomes, continue to struggle with the lasting effects of inflation. The $2,400 raise is designed to provide immediate relief while also acknowledging the long-term challenges faced by Social Security recipients. But is this increase enough to make a meaningful difference in your financial security? And what additional steps might you need to take to ensure your retirement savings last throughout your golden years? It's worth mentioning that this raise comes as part of a broader conversation about the future of Social Security in America, with demographic shifts leading to more beneficiaries and fewer workers paying into the system. Policymakers have been grappling with ways to ensure the program's long-term sustainability. Some have proposed more fundamental reforms, from raising the retirement age to increasing payroll taxes on higher-income earners. While the $2,400 raise addresses immediate needs, the larger questions about Social Security's future remain. Have you been following these policy debates? And do you understand how they might affect your benefits in the coming decades? Consumer advocates are already providing guidance on how beneficiaries can make the most of this additional income. Some recommend using the funds to pay down high-interest debt, while others suggest investing in home modifications that could reduce energy costs or improve accessibility. Health experts point out that some recipients might now be able to afford preventative care or wellness activities that could improve their quality of life and potentially reduce long-term healthcare expenses. But what specific financial priorities should you consider addressing with this extra $200 per month? For those who have been considering when to claim Social Security benefits, this development might affect your decision-making process. The increased payment amount could make early claiming more feasible for some, while others might still benefit from waiting to maximize their monthly payments. Financial planners emphasize that these decisions should be made holistically, taking into account your overall retirement strategy, health status, and other income sources. Have you reassessed your claiming strategy in light of this new information? And do you understand how different claiming ages affect your benefit amount? Community organizations across the country are preparing to offer information sessions to help beneficiaries understand the implications of this increase. Local senior centers, libraries, and community colleges often host workshops on Social Security benefits, and many will be updating their programming to address this significant change. Additionally, the Social Security Administration is enhancing its customer service capabilities to handle the anticipated increase in inquiries from recipients. If you have specific questions about how this raise will affect your situation, what resources are available in your community to provide personalized guidance? As we approach 2025, it's clear that this $2,400 raise represents a meaningful acknowledgement of the financial challenges faced by Social Security recipients. Whether you're a retiree who worked and contributed to the system for decades, a disabled worker who can no longer perform your job, or an elderly person with limited resources relying on SSI, this increase is designed to provide tangible support during difficult economic times. The bipartisan nature of the final vote also suggests that despite political differences, there is widespread recognition of the importance of supporting vulnerable Americans through our social safety net programs. But beyond the immediate financial relief, what does this development tell us about America's commitment to its seniors and disabled citizens? In closing, I want to emphasize that staying informed about changes to Social Security is crucial for maximizing your benefits and planning for a secure future. The approval of this $2,400 raise is just one of many developments that could affect your financial well-being in retirement or while living with a disability. By staying engaged with reliable sources of information and understanding your rights and options, you can make the most of the benefits you've earned through years of contributions to the Social Security system. And remember, our channel is dedicated to bringing you the latest news and analysis on Social Security, retirement planning, and financial security, so if you haven't already, please subscribe and join our community of informed citizens taking control of their financial futures.